He's the man with no name, but plenty of enemies. Clint Eastwood is Hollywood royalty, tough, respected, and brutally honest. But even legends have grudges. From explosive on-set fights to silent cold shoulders, these are the actors Clint Eastwood absolutely couldn't stand. You might be shocked by who made the list. Clint Eastwood has been a towering figure in Hollywood for over 6 decades, a director, actor, and cultural icon with a reputation for being both professional and fiercely independent. But beneath the cool stare and quiet grit lies a man who doesn't tolerate drama, arrogance, or betrayal. While Eastwood has earned the respect of many, there are a few actors who pushed the wrong buttons, crossed the wrong lines, or simply clashed with his strong beliefs and no-nonsense attitude. In this video, we're counting down the top 5 actors Clint Eastwood hated the most. Some you might expect, others might surprise you. Let's get into the feuds, the friction, and the fallout behind the scenes. Clint Eastwood's secret blacklist exposed. Recently uncovered insider accounts have revealed Eastwood's secret blacklist, a list of actors he swore never to work with again. The reason? Wasting his time, the ultimate sin in Eastwood's world. Known for one-take efficiency and whisper-quiet sets, Eastwood demands preparedness, honesty, and discipline. Cross that line, and you're gone for good. Unlike directors who air grievances publicly, Eastwood's revenge is silent and permanent. Those who fail to respect the craft don't get second chances. They get blacklisted for life. Hollywood's efficient legend. From Dirty Harry to Unforgiven, Million Dollar Baby to American Sniper, Eastwood built an empire on a no-nonsense philosophy. Show up prepared, deliver honestly, and trust the first take. His sets are temples of efficiency. No drama, no delays. As one longtime assistant director put it, Clint doesn't make a fuss when someone breaks his rules. He just never calls them again. That quiet resolve is what has made Eastwood both respected and feared behind the camera. Number 1. Richard Burton. Clint Eastwood and Richard Burton co-starred in the 1968 World War II film Where Eagles Dare, but the experience left Eastwood permanently soured. What went wrong? Burton's legendary drinking habits, frequent lateness, and cavalier attitude clashed with Eastwood's punctual, one-take approach. Burton reportedly needed over 20 takes for a key monologue. Clint, memorized and ready by sunrise, watching in quiet disdain. Crew members recall Eastwood silently fuming as Burton stumbled through lines. One assistant said, "You could see the contempt forming in real time." Eastwood never yelled. He didn't need to. Number 2. Gene Seberg. In Paint Your Wagon, 1968, Eastwood stepped out of his comfort zone, singing, dancing, a musical. But the real challenge wasn't the genre, it was co-star Gene Seberg, behind-the-scenes drama. Seberg was battling personal demons during filming. She'd show up late, emotionally unstable, and unable to focus. Where Clint was structured and steady, Gene was chaotic and lost in her own thoughts. The contrast was jarring. Crew members recall scenes repeatedly halted because Seberg couldn't concentrate or hit her marks. Her mood swings added a layer of tension that drove Eastwood to the brink of walking off set more than once. On-set clashes. Seberg often broke character mid-scene to question motivations, rewrite lines, or challenge the script. An unforgivable offense in Eastwood's eyes. In one simple romantic scene, she interrupted 5 times. Clint finally muttered, "Let's just get this done." That, for Eastwood, was an explosion. Public criticism crosses a line. When the film underperformed, Seberg blamed Clint in interviews, calling his singing wooden and his performance flat. For Eastwood, who values loyalty above all else, this was the final nail. Eastwood's response. He never insulted her publicly, especially after her tragic suicide in 1979, but friends noted his silence. When Paint Your Wagon came up, he'd just say, "Some people aren't cut out for the work. It's not their fault, but it's not something I need to deal with twice." Number 3. Tommy Lee Jones. Clint Eastwood and Tommy Lee Jones teamed up for In the Line of Fire, 1993. 2 intense, no-nonsense actors. Sounds like a perfect match. But in reality, it was like mixing oil and dynamite. Same energy, different styles. While both actors value precision and restraint, Jones brought a different energy to the set. He didn't just perform, he took over. Multiple sources said Jones tried to dominate scenes, often stealing focus from co-stars. Eastwood, a master of subtlety and quiet strength, believes in actors listening to one another. Jones, with his overpowering presence, disrupted that rhythm, something Clint never tolerated. Number 2. Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio, an actor revered for his intensity and dedication, starred in Clint Eastwood's 2011 biopic, J. Edgar. The collaboration between two of Hollywood's biggest names had all the makings of a classic, but behind the scenes it became a battle of philosophies, one that Eastwood found deeply exhausting. Despite DiCaprio's outstanding talent and his performance being praised by critics, Eastwood reportedly walked away from the experience convinced they should never work together again. What looked like a dream pairing on paper unraveled in real life due to their vastly different styles of filmmaking. Tension on set when precision meets intuition. The friction became undeniable during emotionally heavy scenes. One camera operator remembered a pivotal breakdown moment. Leo nailed it perfectly on the first take, but he wasn't satisfied. He wanted to explore other tones, other choices. By take 6, Clint had quietly walked away from the monitor, sipping coffee at the craft table, visibly disengaged. You could feel his frustration, not with Leo's talent, but with the repetition. For Eastwood, magic happens once, maybe twice. Anything more, and it becomes performance, not truth. The real offense, a lack of trust. What truly landed DiCaprio on Eastwood's blacklist wasn't his process. It was the message Eastwood believed it sent. Asking for more takes, in Clint's eyes, meant, "I don't trust that you got what you need." For a director with decades of masterful work behind him, that subtle rejection of his judgment stung deeply. A longtime assistant director put it plainly. Clint believes the first take has a raw truth that's lost with repetition. When you doubt that take, you're doubting him. And Clint doesn't forget those doubts. The final day, a quiet goodbye. According to a producer, Eastwood sighed after wrapping the final scene and said something memorable. "Some people want to climb the mountain. Others want to measure it, analyze it, and write poems about it. I just want to get to the top and enjoy the view." It was a poetic jab at DiCaprio's overanalysis and a clear signal that the partnership was over. When casting future films, Eastwood never considered DiCaprio again, not even for roles that fit him perfectly. His reason? Always the same. Great actor, not for me. Number 2, Barbra Streisand, the rival who represented everything he rejected. Topping Clint Eastwood's blacklist is someone he never even worked with directly, Barbra Streisand. It may seem strange to have a long-standing feud with no shared film credits, but this rivalry ran deeper than roles. It was a battle of ideologies, two titans of cinema with completely opposite views on how movies should be made. Their decades-long tension wasn't born from personal drama, but from a profound disagreement over what it means to be a director. And to Clint, Streisand's approach wasn't just different, it was everything he tried to avoid. Perfectionism versus precision. Back in the early 1980s, both Eastwood and Streisand were carving out reputations as actor-directors. Streisand became known for her perfectionism, shooting dozens of takes for a single scene, obsessing over lighting, blocking, and micro details. Eastwood, meanwhile, became famous for wrapping films ahead of schedule with clean, intuitive direction, a philosophical divide that couldn't be repaired. Over the years, the cold distance between them remained. Eastwood would occasionally throw subtle shade in interviews. When asked about directors who shoot dozens of takes, he once replied, "At a certain point, you're not finding truth anymore. You're just manufacturing it." Their feud wasn't about ego, it was about principle. To Clint, Streisand represented over-control, emotional over-design, and creative micromanagement. And to Barbara, Clint probably seemed like a filmmaker who cut corners for speed. There was no middle ground between them. As one publicist who knew both said, "Clint can work with people he doesn't like, but he can't work with people who overthink art. That to him is the ultimate betrayal." What Clint Eastwood's blacklist really reveals. The most surprising thing about Eastwood's blacklist isn't who's on it, it's what it reveals about Clint himself. Every actor or director he's exiled shares one trait. They violated his sacred rule of trusting the moment.